Hi friends, I hope we're all having an amazing day. This is not my intro at all, but I'm gonna keep going with it. I meant to say hi friends, it's Auden. I hope you're having an amazing day. Today we are gonna be doing a little quick build, and finally for our ending show off of the build, it is a live recording tour of the build. So I know that that's how we voted on the poll, and that is our ending. Instead of screenshots, we have a live recording. Let me know if you would prefer all videos to have the live recording, or if you want me to continue to do like a mix, some screenshots, some live recording. We probably will do that either way, but I'd love to know what you think. And I will get better at the live recording tours the more I do them, because that's just kind of how things work. But let's get into this build. This is going to be a rundown starter home, and it comes in at like 19,800 simoleons, I believe. But my goal was to do a kitchen, dining, living, bedroom space with a little bathroom in the main house, and then a little garage off to the side with the new restoration workshop kit with all the stuff in there, so that your sim can kind of work on maybe like their woodworking skill and things in there, and like repair the stove I put in there. And then maybe you can have your storyline be that the sim is also working on fixing up the rest of this entire house. So they kind of bought this house run down because it had this garage space they could use for their workshop, and maybe they're gonna like renovate it over time. So it's a starter to move in, and then over time you can work with your sim to upgrade this home and get rid of all the like cracks and tears and rips and cobwebs and dirty spots and stains, and buy nicer doors and windows, maybe fix the siding on the outside, get a nicer stove and counters and sink and, all that stuff, maybe expand it a little bit. And I think that that would be really fun. We end up with a bunch of werewolves debug landscaping outside, and I think that this has a reasonable number of packs in it. I am currently loading I tried really hard to tell you what packs are in it. I tried really hard to limit what I was using and only really use like the things with worn swatches and worn items. So think like Spooky Day and werewolves and horse ranch and things like that. I tried to really only use items like that. Although, like, I did use one item from Strangerville, and that's this worn kind of linoleum tile flooring. And then this one item from Lovestruck, which is this mattress bed thing. But, and then like high school year's desk right here. So there are some things that are only like one item, and I should have swapped them out for something else, but I didn't. Also, my AC is kicking on right now. I'm so sorry if you can hear that. I do get rid of the tile in the kitchen, but I use it in the bathroom. But again, you can use a different tile if you don't have Strangerville. This house is pretty, I feel like it's pretty limited. I tried to do my best to limit it. Like the broccoli apartment that also is going up this week, you'll notice that it is one full video and no clips or cuts or anything, because again, I was trying to do things that I could like quickly knock out and upload while I'm gone this week, while I'm out of town. I do have a lot of bigger builds and longer videos that I need to finish up, but it's just so daunting to do like a 45-minute voiceover. And I know that smaller, shorter videos are also just easier to watch for some people, but I know a lot of people like me really love the longer videos. Like, I could watch an hour-long speed build. I do want to also mention, because I haven't yet in this build, and we're about halfway through it, that my Simmers for St. Jude for my stream is at the top of the video, because I forgot to click off that part on my screen when I was recording. And so it's up there. I'm so sorry. I didn't notice it. Hopefully it's not too annoying. Again, I haven't streamed yet since I put that on my page, and yet I still have not closed it. So I closed it for the tour at the end of the video. So I hope that that's okay and not too annoying. It's very frustrating, I know. But this sofa and the lamp are both from Basement Treasures. Oh, I see the rug. The rug, I think, is City Living. I didn't notice that, but I think we use the City Living fridge and stove, possibly. These roof details are from Life and Death, possibly, but I needed to use them. I don't think there's any other Life and Death things in this build. I am so bad at limiting packs unless I disable them in my game settings, like with James Turner's pack generator, pack whatever limiter. Unless I use that, I just can't limit them no matter how much I try. I just grab things without thinking and put them down without being like, I'm limiting packs, don't do that. I do it. It's such a bad habit. It's so bad. I hate it. Because I'm so lucky to have as many packs as I do. I have almost all of them. And I'm so, so lucky. And I know that I'm so lucky, but I still have a bad habit of using all of them. But I'm trying to be better about doing like a mix of limited packs. So if you have any limited pack build ideas that you would like me to build something with a specific combination of packs, please leave them down below. I would love to know what your suggestions are. But we have finished the interior for the most part, and now we are working on the garage. Again, this is pretty much just the what is the name again? The Restoration Workshop kit. I am so sad to report that it is 2 pages of packs. So I did really, really bad. I promise I'm trying. I'll do a limited pack build very, very soon. It is 2 pages of packs, but you can find it on the gallery under AudynRo, AudynRo. And here in just a second, after we finish the inside of the little garage workshop, we'll be doing some debug landscaping and adding some like cluttered items outside that are like falling apart from the werewolves debug that you can just delete when you are working with your sim to renovate this house, which I think would be really, really fun. And I think having this kind of like workshop kit would be like such a fun thing. Also, I'm so sorry if you can hear my cat meowing. He wants dinner because it is past dinner time, but I'm finishing up this video before I go feed him and go to bed because I, again, am leaving in the morning, which I don't know if I said in this voiceover or just the other one because I'm doing 2 voiceovers, one after another. But I am leaving in the morning. These videos will be going live while I'm out of town. So, yeah, that's why he's meowing in the background. He's very, very orange, if you cannot tell by the screaming. But really quickly, we have moved on back inside because I still had enough money left that I felt like I could add some clutter and change the lighting on the interior. So that's what we're doing now. These clutter pieces are from the kitchen clutter kit, and I just thought that they were kind of messy enough to fit the vibe. I feel like I probably should have deleted this fruit basket because you are probably going to have to maybe cheat because I feel like after you spend the money on the lot, the budget of the house being 19,800, you're gonna probably have to cheat to place the house anyway because of the money the lot costs, because I had to cheat to place it for my sim. So I'm sorry, I tried. I probably could have deleted something, but I didn't really realize it until it was too late. But now we are finishing up. It is just the exterior landscaping left, and that only takes us about a minute. So we are just doing some like matching terrain paint to match the surroundings and like the roads. And then we're going to add a bunch of debug landscaping from werewolves. Also, if you want to save money, you could probably delete the window boxes. If you want to place this and then move your sim in, you could delete like the window boxes or the telescope, and then you would have enough money, I think, to move in without having to cheat. Because again, the lot value, I feel like we should probably as builders be better about accounting for the lot value, because sometimes we say, oh, it's under 20,000 so it's fine, but sometimes it's not for some reason. Sometimes it's perfectly fine and sometimes it's just not. And I know I'm real bad at like thinking of that because again, I had to cheat for this lot. But we are just adding a bunch of trash and things that you'll have to get your sim to delete and renovate, and like maybe these pieces of wood they're gonna like save and put in their wood storage bin or something. But we are gathering all of this landscaping. I think these bushes, these low-lying ones, and then also these bigger ones right here, are some of the best debug landscaping. They're so pretty. I love them so much. The other thing is that we do pay for trees, which I didn't think about until now, that the trees we placed were not in debug, and I placed a lot of them, and so I paid for them. And I didn't think about that till right now. Which is kind of goofy, but it's okay. Because I couldn't find the trees I wanted in the werewolves debug. I am I okay? Probably needed to go into base game debug, and I just didn't think about it. I just went into normal gameplay mode, but this is about it for the build. We're just going to throw down a couple of planter boxes and like a fire pit from werewolves, and then a trash can and a mailbox, and that's about it. I'm not going to do my usual ending spiel because it is at the end of the live tour that we're about to cut to, and you'll hear it there. So I'm not sure what to say at the end of this voiceover because I say it at the end of the live build. This is going to take some getting used to doing that ending, but this is the end. I'm going to cut to voiceover me, not voiceover me, live me. Okay, bye. I love you so much. There's actually a little bit longer than I expected. What are we doing? We're adding some more clutter inside on the desk, just like a little wooden carving and some tools and a little werewolves item, and then a couple of things on the nightstand. Is it time now to cut to non-voiceover me? Oh, you know what? I deleted the audio for the non-voiceover. I'm gonna go fix that. I'm so sorry. But here I am just changing the lighting so that it's kind of more like run-down lighting and not like super bright modern light. That rhymed and I didn't mean for it to. I'm gonna go now. I think. Is it time? Is it time? I'm gonna say it's time. I have once again decorated a build and done a speed build with my Tiltify information at the top. I'm so sorry. But here is our little tour of this little tiny home. Does this classify as a tiny home? It does. Cool. Okay. I did that on purpose, but I was hopeful. So here is the exterior of this home that you should definitely renovate and post on the gallery for me to look at. I would love that. Here is the back. And then this is the little front porch. We've got all this debug landscaping and kind of like trash and rocks and just stuff everywhere. And I think it looks really fun. There's this little driveway, although I don't know. Well, I guess you could technically use this as a road, but there is like this little driveway over here to the little garage. There is a fire pit here that I think you can actually use. I think it's a legitimate fire pit. Yes, it is. Okay. So then you go in this door right here. This is the front door. This is the little kitchen. We have some rundown appliances, but not too run down. We have a few of the kitchen clutter items. We've got a bunch of different rugs in here. Over here we have the little living room space, a mirror, a desk with a computer, our bed, which is from Lovestruck, and our little side table and lamp. Over here we have a little tiny bathroom, which I think is actually kind of cute. I'm not gonna lie. All of the lighting in this build is actually different lighting. I didn't keep down any of these lights. So we've got this light and then the little wall lights and all these like rips and tears and stuff all over the walls, which I think would be really fun to delete. Over here is like this little yard space with the trash can, this debug light, and this debug oven. And then inside the little garage, we have the workshop renovation workshop kit. And there's all this shelving with some of the clutter on here. And this little shelf with all the tools. We have the workbench right here. And then this like storage thing. The fan, wood storage for your workbench needs. And then the stove that you can repair. How much is this anyway? 750. We've got the water heater. Over here we have the electrical panel, a bucket to sit on, this little AC, and then the light in here, which I might change the color of because I had not yet. And yeah, that is the entire build. And I hope that you really like this. And I will see you guys in the next ones. I am very proud of you, but you should be very proud of yourself. And I love you so much. Bye, friends.